guys, I'm so glad we won that rational math contest.
Yeah, it's super cool. What do you think, Hannah?
The boat's a little small. Wait, what is that in the distance?
It's a pirate!
I will sink your ship for fun!
Someone's trying to hit us! No!
Just hold position.
Our boat is sinking!
Oh no, there we go. Just a wave.
Oh no! The ship is sinking! The amount of airlift of the ship can be modeled by the equation A at x equals 1 over 2x, where A is the amount of water entering the ship in milliliters, and x is the time in minutes! Ah!
Although none of the negative x values are logical, so the equation has a restriction of only the x value is greater than 0.
But what about when x equals 0?
0 is a vertical asymptote. As y approaches positive and negative infinity, x will approach but never reach 0. There's also a vertical asymptote at 0, meaning that as x approaches positive and negative infinity, y will approach but never reach 0.
Right, but now I think we need to focus on the sinking ship. We need to know the rate at which water will fill the ship from the 1st to the 3rd minute since the crash. It's A-rock time.
Remember, never calculate the A-rock over an asymptote, because the result means nothing! Nothing!
So to take the A-rock, first we need to take the change in the y values and then divide it by the change in the x values. And voila! The rate of change over that period of time. Using the values we can see from the graph we made, we can sub in the values that we need for our equation. So as you can see, you take the y value, the second y value minus the first, divide that by the second x value minus the first x value, and voila! Your average rate of change.
I-rock is similar to A-rock. You just choose 2 points very close together to get an accurate result. So in this case, our instantaneous rate of change is negative 0.4995 milliliters per minute.
Wow!
Well, that was fun. But the boat is still sinking.
Hey, where are we?
I think we're on a beach.
I didn't know our cruise included a beach.
Hey look, I think I see a teapot over there.
We should clean it. Who summoned me? I am the genie of the lamp, Janina! If you can answer 3 problems about math, I will give you a boat! First of all, using my all-amazing powers, I have sent a giant wave to come to the island to kill you and all of the nature on the island. You need to solve this equation.
Don't worry, guys. I got this.
Use this pencil and this book to solve the math problem.
One.
Let's get ready to do some work.
Boom!
The island is located at x equals 2, and the course of the wave can be modeled by the equation 2x squared taken by 8 all over x. Subtract 2.
So I guess x would be the horizontal distance from the origin of the wave, and y would be the vertical distance from the origin of the wave?
That is correct!
Wow, that's pretty cool. Remember to always start by putting the numerator and denominator in factored form.
I know. We can start out by factoring x squared minus 4, and then we can common factor out x minus 2. And if we common factor x minus 2, that means there's a hole at x equals 2. Yay!
We're saved!
No! What about asymptotes?
There are no vertical asymptotes because the denominator cannot equal 0. There are also no horizontal asymptotes because the degree of the numerator, 1, is not less than the degree of the denominator, 0, or equal to it. However, there is an oblique asymptote because the degree is greater. Also, the function is not continuous.
Not continuous? That's so sad. That means that there's not going to be an x value for some parts of the function.
That's not sad, that means we're safe.
Come on!
Jeez.
Right.
See? I told you so. Oh hey look, the pirate. Yeah? Well who cares if the island will be hit by the wave, because I poisoned the island anyway!
Day by day, the island will get worse. It will get worse and worse and worse, until all the plants are black and shriveled and the sky is very sad.
What? He poisoned the island?
Hey, wait guys! I have an idea.
Hooray! What is it?
I found the bottle of poison the genie used on the island. Using the equation on the bottle, we can find out if the poison will destroy the plants. From the bottle of poison, I found out that the Y value represents the number of plants left in millions, and the X value represents the number of days. After taking the equation and putting it in its simplest form, I found out the equation is actually 1 over 3x plus 9. I used this information to find the y-intercept of the equation, which shows that before the poison was used on the island, there were 0.1 million plants. Since this is a reciprocal function, I know that there will be a horizontal asymptote at 0, meaning that the poison will never kill all of the plants. Woo!
Okay.
Well, since that didn't work, you can just do my math homework. Here's your final task.
Hey, let me see that math homework. It's an inequality, I know what to do! There are 3 ways to solve a rational inequality. The first way is to use a graphing calculator and look for the intervals of solution. The second way is to create a combined function on one side of the inequality, then use a graphing calculator to find the interval where the inequality is greater than 0 and where it is less than 0. The third way is much like the second way in that you create a combined function on one side, but then you factor it and use a table to find the intervals of solution. Since we don't have a graphing calculator, we'll have to use the third way. First, we need to take note of any restrictions in the inequality. After we do that, we can start to factor some things out. So as you can see in this equation, we can factor out an x minus 4, since it's up both on the top in the numerator and in the denominator. Once we get rid of that, the equation looks much simpler. Next, we need to get everything to one side of the inequality. That can be seen with the wavy line. Great, but now our new equation isn't even factored properly. So what we need to do is expand it and then refactor it. Now that we have the right equation and know where our zeros are, we need to create a chart. Wow, look, a chart. As we can see from the chart, x will be positive, or the interval will be positive, for the intervals that you see right in front of you on the page. Admire the graph, it's beautiful. Ta-da! Remember, the direction of the greater than less than sign changes every time you multiply or divide by a negative number. Luckily, none of these things were present in the equation we just solved, but you won't always be so lucky.
As thanks for completing the 3 tasks, I will give you a boat!
Oh, thanks.
Oh, I guess we should take the parrot along with us.